Shut up. All right, what's going on, folks? Leo the Madman and Deadman. Wait a minute, no. Deadman Tunes and Leo the Batman back again. Another episode of the glorious show that is Creature Commandos. Now we got episode 5.
Why have they still not brought back G.I. Robot?
Well, bro, we cannot talk about G.I. Robot every fucking episode. We gotta move on.
I refuse to not talk about it.
All right, did you hear? As far as news, did you hear Creature Commandos is officially got a season confirmed for season 2?
As it should.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Also, I talk all my shit about how G.I. Robot's thing was sadder to me. I didn't really care about Weasel. Apparently, most of the fandom, like Free Weasel, was trending on Twitter.
Yeah, I saw. I've seen
all
the
right,
sad
man, fuck
edits for Weasel.
Whatever. I guess. I don't know. Y'all. I know. I understand you gotta separate media. I mean, film from fiction. But every time I see the dude on the cartoon, I just imagine that nonsense and mutt from the movie. So I really just don't care.
Well, people say after watching his backstory and then going back to Suicide Squad when they were talking about him killing 28 kids and when he started to struggle, I guess they're like saying like, oh, he's starting to remember and is trying to tell them that he didn't. I don't know. I don't think that. I think he was just needing to shit.
I think he needs to die.
That's.
All right, this episode starts off.
Anyway,
we got ourselves.
This episode.
I thought deadass thought that was what's her name. Like, how did she go from the detective McPherson? I thought she went from noble and knowing a lot about Amazon to the most aggressive lesbian you ever seen in your entire life. But nope, it's fucking Clayface.
Clayface, yep. Especially
what we
since
like
we were
to
talking about the princess might be Clayface, and then she started acting different. I'm like, that's Clayface.
That's Clayface. I didn't even know. I got caught off guard. I thought like she just held up the thing because she's trying to like get to Themyscira or something. Like she's trying to get to the women. That's why she's lying about Circe. And nope, just a lesbian.
That's why she's lying about not wanting to kiss women.
Have you heard the theory that the girl she was talking to was probably Barbara Gordon?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, red hair, green eyes. That's about it. That's all I got for you.
My girl tried to make the weirdest connection while we were watching this.
Go on.
The girl that died in the fire. She said she looks an awful lot like the princess.
Wrong.
And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense.
Wrong. They also try to say that, like, the girl that got away, the one that tried to run upstairs and the old man stopped her and she ran away, was the lawyer. Because why else would you know? Why else would you assume that he's innocent? He was surrounded by dead children. And he had one in his mouth. Like, by all accounts, why would you assume? Allegedly killed 8 children? Like, that's a weird thing unless you know for a fact he didn't.
And if that's the logic we're going off of, that girl that Clayface was talking to, that could have been the little girl that was killed.
That was also Clayface. He was flirting with himself.
That was also
Frankenstein, also Clayface. By the way, this is apparently a Frank episode, which interesting. He's such a big fucking pussy weirdo, but he's kind of fun. He was sort of growing on me for most of this episode. I love how like only Frank could wake up from a coma like that. Like he just grabs her hand. He's like, "What tomfoolery is this? Shut the fuck up, Frank."
Also, why did it work when everybody saw Frank in the bushes and he's like, "Oh, my contact lens," and they're like, "Oh yeah, that's fair."
Yeah, what was the idea there?
Sorry about your contact lens.
They walk away looking like, yeah, I don't really care, whatever. And then next, they're like screaming, running in terror at the sight of him. So like, well, what's our idea here? I know what happened. Is he supposed
to be scary or not?
I know what happened, brother.
Supposed to be smart or stupid?
What
are they doing with this character?
Most college students don't give a fuck. And then he went to the band kids who just got to put on a fucking show. Band kids haven't taken their handfuls of Adderall to stay conscious. So those are the ones that are running in terror.
Yeah.
Oh, and also, by the way, it's not a bad fucking dynamic of old man Rick Flag and big dumbass. I say old man, but Frank is like 6 times this man's age. Big dumbass Frank. But as they're stomping around the house, as they're going around the house, no shit, Clayface found you. Man, you would not be able to stealth your big ass around this house.
Honestly.
I can feel those footsteps from the next fucking door over.
That one thing killed me. You need to hide, and he hides behind the bird cage. Do you really think you're hidden? I don't fucking care.
I don't give a shit. Like he's a big fucking baby man.
He just said, "I don't give a shit."
Whatever.
When he hides behind the bed and he just lays down. Oh my god.
He's on the phone. He's like, tell her about me. Put in a good word to me for the bride. It's like, you didn't tell the bride about me, bro. Like, what? Are you fucking good, man?
Tell her about what?
How
What
are
would
you
I
this
tell her?
organized? How are you like partying on a yacht and shit when we first saw you, and organized enough to like have like military people do your bidding and get away with it, but you're this dumb at the same time?
Honestly, dog, like what are they doing with this character? But why did Rick? I know he's probably gonna sound like everything he's saying is lying, but why did he not at least try to call Waller and be like, hey, here's a picture of the dead lady. Clayface is her and told you to basically kill the princess.
Hey Waller, I
suffer
really
with
don't
this
want you.
knowledge.
Hey Waller, I really don't want you to hurt the princess. I'm out of this mission. I don't like this doctor that's a proven good on Amazonian things. A day later, here, Waller, here's a picture of the doctor with her throat clearly freshly slit. This proves that I was correct. They put him down immediately.
He'd also get a video of Clayface turning from the doctor into Clayface. Come on, he'll cover all his bases.
Either way, get murdered. Like you don't need. When it comes to that, you don't really need the evidence. Just as soon as long as he'd gotten out, just go to Waller and be like, call the doctor right now. Call her right now, and we'll see if it's Clayface. And you call the doctor and it's Clayface. Like that's easy. But first step is getting out of the house. That clearly they didn't make it. Clayface had to get down with some Mortal Kombat real quick.
Yeah, honestly, I was surprised to see that in the background. I forgot that they own the rights to that, so they can fucking do that shit quite
How much
easily.
you want to bet that's what happened to Peacemaker? Like he left to go be in Mortal Kombat, and then when he came back, the universe is reset and everything's different. That's not Superman.
Huh? What?
All right, we do a little bit about Frank's backstory. The fucking after he got burned alive by the bride and she left, he got picked up by an old blind gypsy woman and their little puppy. And I don't know how she got his big ass back to the house, but she did. And she healed him, wrapped him up, gave him some food, taught him about love. And then when it came time to go, she was oh so sad. She was oh so sad he was leaving. He really grown on the place. And then he bashes her back of her head.
Yeah.
You know, this entire episode, Frank was growing on me. I even have the note right here. I say, this note says, I hate to admit it, but Frank's growing on me. Because he's just a big dumbass. Like, he's killed people, yes, but he's just a big idiot. He just wants his bride back, and he doesn't know how to go about it. That's kind of funny. And then he reminded me why he's a piece of shit. So my last note in this episode is, fuck this cuckold.
Honestly, one of my notes is I almost forgot he was a cuckold. And then he did that shit. I was like, oh, yeah, you look like you would act like that. Act like a man who gets cucked.
I mean,
but
sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna move on to Dr. Phosphorus.
No, we'll get there. Hold on. I gotta talk about Dr. Phosphorus and just the other. We'll talk about what the other guys are up to. But as far as Frank, it's interesting to me that it's a while since we've seen this kind of evil. He's not he's malicious, but how do I put it? He doesn't think what he's doing is wrong. Like, he thinks it's perfectly valid. You're making fun of me for not having a beard, therefore you die. You're trying to get my bride, therefore you die. Makes perfect sense. Explain to him that I don't want your bride, I want the princess, and now he's your best friend. Simple as that. He didn't kill the old woman just because he has to kill everything in his path. He would have been found on a party boat when we first saw his character. He was on a yacht with like a fucking Hawaiian shirt on, watching some girls throw ass. He can be calmed down. He can be reasoned with. But with the old woman, that's the only way his mind works. Is she says like, I don't want to be alone, and he knows that. He goes, I would never leave you alone. So to him, either way, I got to leave. I got to get my bride, but I can't leave this old woman alone. I simply cannot. So thunk. Like, that's just how he fucking operates.
Fucking hate this guy.
Like, it kind of reminds me. It's not a right comparison, but it kind of reminds me of Lemongrab. Like, remember when they said like, why don't we just remember Lemon John, who you activate his heart, and all of a sudden he developed a conscience and he knows what to do. And they're like, oh, why don't you just take the evil out of the lemon grab? Is that what won't happen again? And he goes, and she says, they're not evil. They're just like that. That's just how Frank is. He needs to be taught, maybe don't do that. I remember when they're talking about, oh, you want me to kill the teacher? No! One of the students? No! As soon as you tell him no, he didn't do it.
You said you wanted me to be a hero. Not like that.
He's on the phone. Would you shut the fuck up? Fucking, oh, man. It's interesting watching this character unfold. Because you see his backstory, and he's a misguided maniac, and he's just looking for his bride, and he's best friends with Flag, and he's in the intro as if he's a member of the team. So, but I think he deadass is Endgame. This is the fucking villain. He's one of the villains here, isn't he? Also, is Flag fucking dead?
That's what I was thinking. Like, what the fuck? Why the fuck where you holding him and it's like, I have important questions for you. Like the bride. Did she ever talk fondly of me? Hey, wake up. I need to know.
Up. Did she talk about my rugged face? Did you tell her, like, come on, please, man. Just fucking hell, man.
Come on, man.
See what happens whenever anybody that's not Batman fights Clayface?
Yeah.
Also, explain to me why fire bad but electric good.
Because his body is, like, being kept alive by it. He was brought to life with electricity.
Electricity is like super fire. Why would fire not?
No. Most of the time, yes, but he's like specifically designed to take in electricity. That's why it works for him.
I hate that. We're moving on. Phosphorus is a fucking badass.
Yes, he is.
That motherfucker took off his clothes, went Super Saiyan, and diced through a tank, and then just pushed his middle fingers through their fucking face.
I just fucking, my girl's like, oh, I thought he was about to pull his dick out. I'm like, what are you talking about? He did.
He very much did. What are you talking? What? What are you talking about? To? You're watching it happen in real time. What do you think the first thing to touch that tank was? What do you think it split in half like that?
I love how when he like supercharged himself, I thought he was just gonna like burst through it, but no, he's just middle fingers
slowly
up, and then when he emerged out the back, he was just struck a pose.
Yeah, then he hit that
him.
Jesus, he hit that crucifixion as it split.
And dear God, that fucking when he stepped on that dude's face and turned him into a fucking puddle.
Yeah, Phosphorus is clearly of all the monsters here, who the bride won't kill unless she absolutely has to. Weasel won't kill unless he absolutely. Weasel would rather hide. G.I. Robot's not moving unless you have a Nazi in front of you. And Fishy No Nipples is just useless by all accounts. But fucking Phosphorus is so down with it. He really punched his fist through Alexi the second things got wily. He's like, you want me to break vehicle? Yes! And then it's calm down, bride. We don't want to BAM! Like, he's, Jesus fucking Christ. Phosphorus is with it.
He's a cool dude, just don't piss him off. That's like, I think that's his whole thing. He chooses to be funny because he knows that he can get away with it. He can
kill everyone. That's why I say he reminded me of Diablo. Like, he's playing along because he ain't got nothing else to do. But please be aware, anytime you're in a room with Phosphorus, you're alive because he wants you alive.
Mm-hmm. He finds you. He even said, "Dang, I like that guy." I know it was in a sarcastic way, but he really meant that shit. Yeah. He didn't want to kill him, but he was being a jerk. So he's like,
being a jerk by defending the princess.
No. By trying to kill the bride.
You're right. Don't you ever aim a goddamn gun at the bride, or I'll kill you. I just don't.
Honestly,
as you can see, he's trying to be such friends with him. Like, he's so down. He hangs around the bride and making their jokes, and him and Weasel attack the princess together, and he grabs the food from the ugly bat girl and gives it to Fishy. Like, clearly, he's not like while he's a killing machine, he needs to be aimed. Otherwise, what's the point? Like, I do appreciate a character like that.
And it's so interesting because even my girl asked, like, hey, can he just like control it? Can he not turn it off? I'm like, that's why he's constantly glowing. He can just turn it down to a point to where he can just go around not killing people. And as you can see, he can turn it the fuck up when it's time to get it the fuck up.
Yeah, Waller said in the first episode, so long as you're not spending long periods of time right next to him, so long as he doesn't sleep in the same room, you should be fine. Which is why they had him with G.I. Robot.
Honestly.
Also, did you watch I don't think you did, but I watched the previews of the next episode. It was funny is all the Commandos are on the run, and while we see that in the next episode, while Phosphorus is running around, Nina's gonna catch up with the bride. Oh, I said Nina, I meant Fishy. Is gonna catch up with the bride. And she's like, they're trying to kill us! Yeah. Did you not? Is that shocking news to you?
Honestly, this was expected. You're trying to kill the princess.
Should they have been cool about it? Should they have just, you're gonna kill the princess? Well, that sucks. Alright, come on. What are you talking about? Of course they're trying to kill you. You've melted like 40 of them. What are you talking about?
It's fine if, Fishy dies, but not the bride.
God, imagine if G.I. Robot was still with them. Like, G.I. Robot, we were wrong. The princess and soldiers, they're Nazis. Oh, it would have been perfect.
I heard a theory. I don't know how to feel about it. So, I don't know.
This will be the last thing we talk about, so hurry up.
Okay, I don't know if they got the parts for G.I. Robot. That was never shown. Someone said that what is the princess? What
Lawn?
Scaponian? What?
I don't fucking know.
Where are they
Who
from?
cares?
I can't.
Princess.
I can't. Whatever. The princess and them gathered up the parts of GI Robot and built him, like rebuilt him, and are going to use him against the Commandos.
Excellent. Oh, they're gonna kill him again then. Fuck that. And maybe his friendship with Nina will turn him back on the right side then.
That's what I was
Fishy.
thinking.
God damn
I'm
it.
like,
Her name
oh,
is not
he's
Nina.
gonna see.
Her name is Fishy Fishy No Nipples. I keep forgetting that.
He's gonna see Fishy and be like, oh, Miss Fishy, I'm here to kill Nazis with.
Now, I told you that it doesn't make any sense that this country that just had to hire the Creature Commandos has the resources to kill the Justice League. I told you it didn't make any sense. I knew I was right. Or or am I? I guess we didn't disprove Circe can or cannot see the future. It just, I don't know. I'm gonna stick to my theory. Y'all don't have the resources for this. Look, your soldiers are made out of sandpaper. Okay, you do not have the resources to take over the world.
Honestly, fucking the Bride got their technology and it was over in a second. Headshot, headshot, headshot.
Why are y'all not immune to your own things?
Honestly.
In the event
Why can't
any
someone just get it?
civilian could steal one of y'all's guns, it is just as dangerous as your most trained soldier.
That's stupid.
All right. That's it from us. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for watching again. We will be back next week. We'll be back for season 2, probably 2 or 3 years from now, whenever. But looking forward. Best believe we'll be back for that Dr. Phosphorus episode. So, Deadman Tunes and Leo the Madman signing off till next time.
See ya.